just the club and like.
Hey! Go other way, other way. It's sorry.
have a suggestion for what we do next?
Ability.
Ability? Anyone?
Aging.
try to do just like a half an hour meeting today, and we'll try another half an hour on Friday, and we'll see how it works. Okay? So these sessions, we'll just go over kind of, if you got questions and just the main things, a couple times a week. All right? But it's not like we're all doing anything else except kind of hanging out by our computers anyway, or our phones or whatever. I hope everybody's good. Hope you're not bored, and I hope you're staying safe. All right. I know that it's a weird time. I miss seeing all you guys, so this is kind of cool. All right. So, let's try this out. Okay. So I'm going to start sharing my screen here, and we're going to go in here and then see what you guys can do.
How you're living in your environment, how you're living in your body, and then also, what steps and what action you take to be sustainable, to explore it with dance, because dance is the medium that I work in and process things through.
Hughes has gone live.
And to be together again, sharing space. The Vecchione dance projects is just like an example through the modality of dance of like what you can do with two people that live in two completely different geographic locations.
Like covering, you doing something, letting go in a new place. Everyone, it's been a minute since Hughes has gone live.
I'm excited to do that and to be together again, sharing space.
And now, we're live.
All right. Any thumbs up from somebody? Good? Okay, good. All right. Awesome. Here we go.
Pain and chorus line left.
Pain.
Pain.
There's a way to psychologically modify your pain in the same way that you can feel physical pain from heartbreak. Basically, your body shut down from emotional pain. So it definitely, psychology has a huge power on the neurological part.
Well, what's this? Checking up? Working through diagrams? Following instructions? Absolutely. Scientific Art of Beauty. The latest from Loveliness Laboratories. Research to the rescue. Lady, science has done all right by you. You sure look swell. Uh-oh, now she's gone and ruined everything. But beauty science could have helped her here, too. Let's go to beauty headquarters. Yes, Hollywood. Following instructions? Absolutely, 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 absolutely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Push. Push. Point for your life. Point for your life. All the way up to that third balcony. They paid for their tickets too. 3 steps. The kick is on the and. And. Down, down, down. Again. Down, down. Now we're tired. We get to rest. Woo. Except we don't get to rest. We do this crazy kick sequence starting on the left. Kick, kick. Little bigger. Little bigger. This one's the biggest. Make it good. And now you're actually tired. But we've got an audience to play for. This part is cute. Step, step, shoulder. And hinge. A little bigger again. Shoulder. Hinge. A little bit bigger. Big old shoulder. Big old hinge. This is your biggest. Go for it. And hands, hands, hands. Down, up. Circle. And awkward, jazz square. Awkward, jazz square. Awkward snaps. Awkward snaps. Awkward snaps. And sugar off stage. Oh, go back show. Feel free to hang around, comment on the poster, drink the wine. Yeah, thank you so much for coming.
I have a question. Can you talk a little bit about how you all came together with everybody that participated? I mean, I know I was really impressed with the technology, part of this. I just didn't expect it. It really added so much to it. So I just wanted to hear a little bit about that.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, we are Hughes and Vecchione Dance Projects. We met in Charleston, South Carolina while we were in college. We started this company during the pandemic. I live here in Manhattan.
I'm over in Southeast Alaska, over 3,000 miles away, so quite a distance.
Yeah, so everything we do is virtual, meaning we Zoom rehearsal, we Zoom show, we produce pretty much everything online, and this is our first in real life performance. And I met Taylor McGee working here in the city. She's an extremely talented visual artist and graphic designer. And yeah, we wanted to produce a multidisciplinary show together, and I don't think had the idea, but sort of came up with it all together. And if you want to talk about your process, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, Angela came to me back in like November and was like, we should make a show together. And I was like, great, about what? And at the time she was going through a lot of like health issues and just like experiencing a lot within her own body. And so we were like, it would be cool if we made a show centered around like the body and the experience of having a body and like what that means in the physical world and also in the digital world, because everything has felt a lot different in the last 2 years, as everyone is well aware. So we kind of came together and we're like, how can we bridge the gaps between like the physical space and the digital world and make it feel kind of somewhere weird in the middle, but also like relatable. And then it was just like a process of deciding what we wanted to talk about, which was really hard because Angela and Christina have lots of ideas. So we kind of had to like narrow down. And then this is what we came up with.
Yeah, and I think we wanted an element of the performance to also be of chance, like incorporating audience participation with which section was coming next. We had no idea, what the show was going to look like this evening or anytime we rehearsed either. So that was something we really wanted to play with, was kind of spontaneity and just being thrown in.
Yeah.
So, you did great.
I think it was great.
Thank you.
Yes. So I'm gonna turn the light on.
Whoa.
So, I guess I have creative categories. I'm interested in knowing what your processes were, especially with Keen and ability with Angela breaking her arm and Christina being in an isolated place with the crowd.
Yeah. For ability, I think we talked the most about ability at the beginning of the process, but we neglected to work on it as we got closer to the show. So I thought a lot about what ability meant in terms of having limited ability, having a range of abilities, thinking about the word disability. And so we sort of,
with the video also, I was looking at Angela's ability in that. There were some things that she was able to do that I was not, so I kind of modified to what works best for my body with that video. So I kind of decoded, like wrote down exactly what her steps were, and then I was able to mesh that into my own. Thanks, Mom.
Shout out, Mom.
So that was kind of with ability. I was looking at what Angela was able to do, and it was very heavy floor work, which it was a very different movement style than I'm able. I love upper body movement, so being on the floor all the time is very challenging for me. And there's like a lot of like my head to the floor, flipping my legs over myself, flipping this way and that way. And it's a workout. That one is like, it would be, anytime I ran it, I would be very out of the breath. So that was kind of my process, learning it and then using the steps and seeing what felt best for me, and being okay with that.
For crowd, yeah, I feel like you do live in an isolated place. But...
Yeah, well, I'm from New York originally, so I grew up here, and now being separated from that, coming back this week, I felt a little bit of shell shock coming back to all the hustle and bustle of things. I think that our discussion with Crowd was we really wanted to simulate the experience of being in a club, out with friends, having a good time. So that was kind of like the prompt that we started with. And a lot of our responses to each other were to increase that simulation and make it seem like we really were in a place of flashing lights, good energy, and just letting yourself go for a minute.
And we wanted to celebrate that now that, hopefully that's back and here to stay.
Yeah.
But a huge part of the research too was thinking about being in a crowd during a pandemic. So kind of exploring both experiences equally.
Text in your questions.
General questions of like your approach and what you
Yeah, so I let Angela and Christina pick like the 6 topics, and then I kind of took those topics and interpreted them in my own way for the visuals. So like I think I kind of took a rather sinister approach to a lot of them, because I've been feeling, I don't know, when we said we wanted to do the intersection of the physical and the digital, I was feeling very negative about like the digital world, and just like everything has been so online for so long, and like social media has really been getting to me. So I kind of took a lot of like kind of a negative spin on some of the topics, like with Crowd, just like it was supposed to be like that feeling of like euphoria and like being at a club and feeling great with your friends, but also like when it gets to a point where it's overwhelming and like where you don't know where you are and it's confusing. So I was kind of trying to mix like the good and the bad in that one. For Digitize, I went very negative with it, because I've just been on like digital overload, and I'm like so ready to never open social media again, so ready to never be on Zoom again. I did like I really wanted to pull an audio clip that would like take people back to what it felt like when everything first went like digital after COVID, which was why I pulled that like Zoom recording, because I feel like everybody had that moment where it was like, whoa, we're not meeting in person anymore. This is really weird. This is really strange. And I felt like you could feel the pain in that guy's voice. And I felt like that would just take everybody back to that space again. For pain, I was kind of going not in a super negative direction for pain. I don't know if anybody picked up. I was kind of trying to like show almost like how pain can be beautiful in a way. Like it, my thought process behind pain was like waves of pain. I was trying to make it seem like you kind of have control over like whether you let something take over your body or not. And I was going off of that clip at the beginning, the audio clip, like you have a psychological impact on your pain and how you experience it. So I was using that to frame a lot of the imagery for pain. For Chorus Line, that one I went super sinister with, because I just feel like society like puts people in these boxes, and there's just such pressure on like young women especially to like look a certain way, act a certain way, like just everything we do is like so scrutinized and so like expected to be like a certain way. And it's definitely better now in the modern age than it used to be like years ago. I was pulling some like vintage stuff from that too. But I definitely went a little negative with that one, just because conformity is bad. We all know that. And then aging was like also one of the ones that I was trying to show like the good and the bad, because aging can be beautiful if you embrace it, but obviously it's also sad to like feel your body deteriorate. I'm only 24. I still think a lot about aging on a daily basis, which is probably not super healthy. So I was kind of trying to like process that a little bit with the clip. And then ability was like Angela broke her arm literally at the beginning of this year, and like I want to say 2 weeks ago got her cast off. So that one was more about like the juxtaposition of like what you can do as an able-bodied person versus like not able-bodied. And that was my thought process behind all of the videos.
Yes.
Can you talk more about the challenges as well as the positive surprises of your versus digital? What was that like the teamwork and being in sync with each other?
Yeah, there's so many surprises, I think, working virtually and digitally, but we started our company, the foundation of the company is we produce work online, so we kind of go into every project facing that challenge head on and knowing that there are going to be tough parts of it, but I would say some of the surprises are in Zoom lags, and I watch Christina do a movement, and it lags, and it looks cool lagged, I'm like, keep that. And so yeah, technology can sort of lend itself to the creative process in a surprising way. And I think kind of reframing a challenge as a surprise is a big part of what we do.
Yeah.
Since we're constantly fighting on Zoom, and we're fighting with Zoom, not fighting on Zoom. Yeah, so I think we both see it as fun, and I enjoy it. I don't want to
a big part of Digitize, that section I really wanted to play with the level changes, because Angela for some reason is like always above me on Zoom. So anyway, that was like a big inspiration with that as well, and that just affected the choreographic process. Like I probably wouldn't have thought of playing with that had it not been what the screen looks like for me all the time. And I always find that in the digital space and when we're together, it always comes out different. We kind of, with Digitize too, I think it's like lots of bits and pieces that we've choreographed online, and then when we come together, we're like, how can we mesh all this and kind of like create that seamless flow? So working online kind of lends itself to what the surprises come when you're in person as well. So.
Thank you. Yeah, we weren't planning on a Q&A, but thanks for everyone. We appreciate the feedback. Yes?
What's next for you guys?
Oh, Figures 2.0.
Hey.
Broken ankle.
Broken ankle.
We would love to do this show in Ketchikan, where Christina lives.
Yeah, we'd love to bring, I think kind of a beautiful part of our company is that Angela lives in this like big urban area. I'm somewhere very isolated as well, and kind of showing how art can happen simultaneously in both places, and serve its value and purpose there. So it would be really great to bring it up to where I'm at. I'm the first flight up from Seattle, so I'm grateful that I'm not farther up in Alaska. It's about an 1.5-hour flight up, and it would be great to kind of show everyone there an immersive experience. This is my first time performing in a performance like this. I'm used to a theater and the audience, so it's been really fun to have a more intimate, experimental setting. So yeah, it would be fun to transfer that over there as well.